Hello everyone, I'm Soumya, working as an assistant professor, Government First Grade College, Vijayanagar, Bangalore. Well, in this video, I'm going to explain certain modes of nutrition in case of protozoans. So, nutrition is a process in which food is taken in, digested, absorbed, assimilated, and rest of the debris will be uh, ejected or that will be thrown out of the body. So this is the whole process of the nutrition happens in every organism. And nutrition plays a very important role for the survival of the animal. Well, protozoan being the simpler animal, how these and nutrition plays an important role in them, and what are the nutritional types, modes of nutrition is present in case of these protozoans, that will be discussed in this video. Here, in case of the protozoans, particularly in this video, I'm concentrating on three different types of nutritional modes, that is holophytic, holozoic, pinocytosis modes of nutrition. Well, the holozoic mode of nutrition is nothing but holo means complete, zoic means animal. Here, the individuals, the protozoans, having the mode of nutrition that is completely like the animals. Nutrition is nothing but providing or gathering energy from the sources. Here, in these holozoic mode of nutrition, the organism will be obtaining energy and the food by the animal sources or by the means of animal feeding. So that is holozoic type of nutrition. Whereas the holophytic type of nutrition, here the animals organism will get nutrition on and the energy by means of plants more. That is by synthesizing their own food by means of by making use of chloroplast in the sunlight by means of photosynthesis. So that is the holophytic mode of nutrition. Next one is the pinocytosis. Pinocytosis is otherwise called the cell drinking. Here, the organism is going to consume the liquid food. For that, certain structural modification has to be undergone, and these nutritional modes will be discussed in this um, video. Yeah. So in this, we can actually make out how the organism is going to feed the food, how it is going to obtain the nutrition. So in here we can discuss the steps actually. Well, uh, considering an example of the protozoa, the nutrition, the holozoic nutrition involves these five major steps in that. Since it is a unicellular organism, if at all any food particle is present in the media, it feels or it attracts towards the food by means of chemotaxis. When it senses the food and moves towards the food with the help of pseudopodia, and the pseudopodia are also helping to encircle the food, to engulf the food, like in case of the macrophages, they extend this pseudopodia around the food particle. So this is how they'll extend their pseudopodial structures around the food particle. So after the extension of the pseudopodial structure, they form the food particle inside the food vacuole. They'll place the food particle inside the vacuole. So that food vacuole will get enter into the amoeboid body. So after the entering into the amoeboid body, whatever the food which is present in the food vacuole has to undergo digestion. So digestion happens by here in this process. Digestion commences by the release of digesting enzymes. Certain lytic enzymes are there which will be helpful to digest the food particle that will be released by the animal cell to this food vacuole. And in the third absorption process, here the digestion has almost got completed, and whatever the particles or the digestion is nothing but the breakdown of macromolecules into the micromolecules. So whatever the micromolecules that got breakdown in this process in the during the digestion process, that will be absorbed by the cell cytoplasm, and there will be the assimilation of the particles, whatever the nutrients that will be absorbed during the absorption process, that will be assimilated in the cytoplasm, and that will be helpful in the further process of energy consuming respiration and the other stuffs. Later, whatever the remaining food particles are there, that food particles will be ejaculated with the last process, with the last step of the digestion, that is egestion. So this is the whole explanation for holozoic type of nutrition. So it involves five steps, that is ingestion, digestion, absorption, assimilation and digestion. So in case of the ingestion process, the protozoa will get attracted towards the food particles by means of chemotaxis. It extends its pseudopodia towards the food particle and forms a food vacuole. The food vacuole will get enter into the animal cell. There, the digestion begins with the lytic enzymes. After the digestion, there will be the absorption of the nutrients that happened or that is obtained by the food particle. Then the assimilation of the nutrients to the cytoplasm, and then the residue will be ejaculated through the egestion process. So this is about the holozoic type of nutrition. In case of the holophytic type of nutrition, certain protozoans they have capability to prepare their own food. They are the autotrophs. Here, euglena can be considered as an autotroph, which is having chloroplast patches over its cell, and those chloroplast patches, with the presence of sunlight and the other requirements for the photosynthesis, undergoes photosynthesis and prepare its own food. So that is a holophytic type of nutrition. Certain protozoans are purely holophytic, that is, they are completely of plant type which can prepare their own food. That is a holophytic type of nutrition. And the next one is the pinocytosis. Pinocytosis is also seen in case of the amoebas. Pinocytosis is nothing but the cell drinking. It's a process where the organism will be taking the liquid food particle or the liquid contents. It will be feeding the liquid portion of the food. So that is the pinocytosis. So in order to drink the liquid portion or the liquid food, they have to form the pinocytosis channels. The pinocytosis channels are nothing but the invaginations from the pseudopodias, or the invaginations of the outer ectoplasm to the inner endoplasm. So the invagination of these layers forms a pinocytosis channel, and the pinocytosis channels which will give entry for the liquid content or the liquid food, so that the liquid food will get enter into the animal's body, and that food will be used by the that will be later on utilized by the organism. So this is how the initiation of the pinocytosis channel occurs, and here the pinocytosis channel formed, and ultimately from the pinocytosis channels there will be the entry of the liquid food, and that will get enter into the animal's body. So to summarize the whole thing, in this video we discussed holozoic, holophytic and the pinocytosis modes of nutrition. So these are the basic types of nutritional modes that we do see in case of protozoans. Holozoic type of nutrition is nothing but here the organism is completely of animal type, and whatever the nutrients um, that will be obtained by the organisms is of animal type, animal sources. So that depends on the other organisms as their for their food and nutrition. So in that process, in the holozoic mode of nutrition, we can come across five different steps are there. That is the ingestion, digestion, absorption, assimilation, and the egestion. These are the steps that we can see in case of the holozoic mode of nutrition. In case of the holophytic type of nutrition, here the animal can prepare its own food by making use of the sunlight, chloroplast, and the other components for the photosynthesis, and can prepare their own food. And lastly, the pinocytosis. Pinocytosis is nothing but the cell drinking. Here, the cell is going to consume the liquid food. So, the liquid food will be consumed by the pinocytic channels, and that will be later on utilized by the organism. Okay, these are the references that I referred for this particular video. Thank you.